It's got to be a typo, surely. Hey guys, it's Gameface here, and welcome back to episode 16 of my Leeds United career mode. Now in today's episode we're going to be finishing off the season and I suppose the series as well, in a way. There's 10 games left to play in the league and we're going to be getting through 7 games that we're going to sim and also 3 games that we're going to play. So it's going to be maybe a little bit of a longer episode. Maybe I'll just shorten down the clips of the games we play. I'm not really too sure. We're going to be getting through to the end of the season. We're going to be finishing off the season, hopefully finishing first in the league. Obviously there's still a little bit longer to go. There's still 30 points to play for in my case, so we might not necessarily finish there. We'll have to wait and see. Hopefully we do. There's obviously a little bit of competition between the top 3. But yeah, this is going to be the last episode. I'd never rule out returning to the Leeds career mode when we're in the Premier League, if that is where we end up. So I'd certainly wouldn't never rule that out, but for now it's going to be the end of the first season and the end of the series for now. It could return when we are in the Premier League if we are, but like I say, nothing to be confirmed there. But it's the last episode, so if we could try and hit 50 likes on the last episode, I'd really appreciate it. Also, feel free, if you're new to the channel or if you haven't subscribed yet, to go ahead and hit the subscribe button. That'd be absolutely fantastic. Trying to hit 15,000 subscribers, and we're not too far off. We must be like 80 or 70 away, something like that, so not too far away at all now, and your support will be really appreciated. Let's move on to the first game. Got a lot to get through, 10 matches to get through, never done that before, but we're going to see how it goes in today's episode. The first game against Sheffield Wednesday is going to be simmed. It's a strong team because the next match against Reading, which we'll play, is going to be in just over a week's time. So it's the team I'm going to go with. Obviously a very strong side, a lot of good overall players playing. Hopefully no injuries, hopefully no suspensions. Let's wait and see. Sheffield Wednesday in second, so it's quite an important game, this one. We're going to sim it, and we won the game 2-0. Fantastic 3 points for us. Great to obviously beat the team that are second currently, and that means that we can extend our lead in front of them. I'm going to do like play drills and all those sort of things off camera. What we're showing you, we'll just literally focus on finishing the games off in this series. On to go against Reading now. This is the team I'm going to go with. It's basically the same side as Sacco starts as Pablo Hernandez. Other than that, it is pretty much the same team. 1 or 2 change on the bench as well. Let's see how we get on, try and get ourselves a good victory here against Reading, and let's get right into things. Oh, ball through, good chance for Reading, and they're winning the game. No, they're not. It's offside. I knew that, of course. Thought it actually got in there, and that was very, very close to opening goal 16 minutes in. Great chance for Reading late on, good save, Irene Wild out for a corner. Very few chances, to be honest, in this first half. Not a lot to show you at all. Only a couple of shots from Reading, 1 or 2 from us, if that. Yeah, struggling at the moment. I think we're going to change the striker at half-time, bring on Trubisky, because I think Lizocka is struggling a little bit in terms of the pace. He's having to do a lot of running. He's obviously not really built for that, and so we'll bring on Trubisky now. Ball through here to Trubisky, that's more like it. The game's been stretched, but he has the pace to deal with it. Blocks though, and our first proper opportunity of the game. 57 minutes in, that's not good. Ball into Trubisky, he's through. Trubisky to shoot. Oh, what a finish, he scores. It's 1-0, 63 minutes in. Probably against the run of play, given the fact that that's only really our second or third shot of the game. And we've scored it though. Trubisky the substitute. He felt like the right sort of player to play in this game after the first half. And it's a good bit of play. Sacco into him. He finds a great run through and smashes it home. Great finish. Really, really good finish for Trubisky. Considering his stats are that fantastic in game, he's really good. Okay, final 2 changes. Anita and Dallas to come on. We'll take off Sayers and also Vieira as well. We're going to rest 2 of our better players. Got a game against Bolton in a few days' time. Anita and Dallas to come on are less likely to feature in that game against Bolton, I'd say. Hopefully going to get those guys that have just come off to be able to play in a few days, but we'll wait and find out anyway. So we'll go with that for the final 25 minutes. Trubisky through to Alioski. That's great. Alioski, oh, hits the bar. Hits it so well though. Nearly a chance to get a second. Alioski nearly came off a second ago as well, but kept him on, playing at a centre attacking mid-roll now, and he found a way through there. Sacco coming inside. Anita with a chance to shoot. Maybe could have played it across to Stuart Dallas. Good chance though, 6 minutes left. That's it, 1-0 victory. Very, very happy about that. It's not often I say that a 1-0 is probably a fair result, because usually we want more than that, but actually a 1-0 is probably a fair result. Not that many chances for either team. Not the greatest of matches, but I think, you know, certainly when I made the change at half-time, it was fully deserved, I think, in the end. I'll have a look at the stats. They just about backed me up. A close game, we just about edged it. The teams below us must keep dropping points, because now we need 6 points, I think, to win the league title. So yeah, that's all right, isn't it? So until next game against Bolton, going to sim this game. It's just a few days later. I was hoping to put out a slightly stronger team, but actually I've made a few changes because we've got another game, and that one's against Fulham after this one, which again we're going to be simming, and that's in a few days' time, so I'm going to have to go a little bit stronger for that one. We've got 1-0 up here though through Zinchenko. I've been really impressed with him actually since he's joined us on a short-term loan recently. I actually probably Would have tried to sign him permanently maybe if we got into the Premier League. But Lafondra there equalising 1-1 in this game. We're going to sim, and it finishes 1-1 unfortunately. 2 drop points there against Bolton, who by the way were at the bottom of the league. So very disappointing result to only draw in that game. It was a changed team, but still I thought a good enough team to beat them. Clearly not. Okay, now we're going to sim the next 3 games through the calendar. So that's going to be Fulham, Sunderland and Preston that we'll sim. We'll sim to the game against Villa, which we're going to play, and we'll see how we get on in those 3 matches that we sim. Like I said, we're going to sim a lot of games, 7 games in today's episode, playing 3 though still, so a game against Villa also to play, as well as Norwich as well, so those were the 3 games that we'll play. Hopefully get good results in those 3 matches. We could have even maybe won the league title after these 3 games. We'll wait and see how many points we get. Obviously going to be tough. 2 of those games are away matches, so we'll see. Game against Sunderland now, I'm hoping that we've won that match. It's a home game, so you would hope so, but again, Sunderland a fairly decent team as well, so how have we done against Fulham? We lost. Sunderland we won, and we lost to Preston, so let's just leave it at a mixed result, shall we say. And on top of that, of course, you do get, injury, suspensions. We've got a player returning from injury, though. That's Roof. That's fantastic news. That's the reason why I brought in Zinchenko, was because of the Roof injury being so long. But he now returns and should be available very, very shortly. And we have actually won the league title after that last game, because we're on 90 points now. Hull City, maximum amount of points they can get from the next 4 games is obviously 12 points. 12 plus 77 is 89. So we've won the league title, 90 points, 4 games remaining. To have done that as well is very, very good. So happy about that. Game against Villa now, and we are going to change around the team slightly. And this is the team we'll go with. Quite a few changes actually for this game. A lot of tired players after the last 3 fixtures. Rivaldo, Ayling, Pennington, Cooper, Berardi, Phillips, Anita, Sacco, Zinchenko, Alioski, Lazoglu all starting. A change bench as well. Flint missing out. So does Janssen completely. Sayers needs a rest, so we'll miss him. He's missing out as well. Roof on the bench though, returning from injury. Let's see how we get on. Try and get ourselves 3 points. Obviously won the league title now, so very happy about that, but we're going to continue to play these games anyway. Slight tweak, just seen John Terry starting, so we're going to start Ep16 rather than Lazoglu. Go for pace against John Terry. So there's 4 games to go, aiming for 100 points. That means we can afford to drop 2 points from those 4 games. Aiming for 3 wins and 1 point at least. Obviously, ideally you want to win all 4 games, but yeah, aiming for 100 points now, and we can hopefully try and do that with a win here. Might have underestimated Aston Villa a little bit. They've scored 2 minutes in. Really good start, very quick start. Cross goes in, couldn't handle it to the back post there. I think it's Ayling who misses the header somehow, losing the game 1-0. Good start for Villa, really good start. Don't actually know how we've missed that header. So yeah, we couldn't quite get to Onoa there. Luke Ayling should probably do better in the air, but yeah, great start for Villa. Oh, it's 2-0. Things have just got worse, and it's just 5 minutes later. Aston Villa have doubled their lead. Don't say it's John Terry. Don't say it's John Terry. I can't tell who it is. It's not John Terry. It's Al Hamadi. Okay, John Terry's there chasing him down. But yeah, losing the game 2-0. We're not even 8 minutes in yet. That's just straight from a corner. Again, poor in the air, poor defensively, but no Janssen in this team, no Flint in this team. That's a lot of height lost. No Lazoglu as well, and Villa have taken full advantage of that. Ball over to Sacco. John Terry can't handle him. Sacco shoots. First chance of the game. Shvetsky still going, shoots, scores, what a response, 2-1. Got a feeling this game could have a few goals and it's 16 minutes in. What a strike. Loses his centre-back, drags him out of position and then loses him. Just a great turn, great finish as well on top of that from range. Shvetsky's just so good, like he's 70 overall or something, and yet he can just score like that. It's fantastic. Sacco through to Zinchenko. What a pass that is. Zinchenko's through here. He's beaten this man. It's a great run. Zinchenko now to try and get the finish right, and he does. Equalised. That's a fantastic response. Zinchenko getting past a few different players there. He's been on good form recently when he's played, and it's a fantastic finish on top of that. And yeah, really, really good response. Back on level terms, 2-1. Alioski still going. Still going, Alioski. Can he bring it back inside? Looking for a pass. Oh, Anita saved by the keeper. What a chance. Great late arrival though from Anita there. Shvetsky turns out and shoots. Oh, I thought he'd scored a third. Half-time, 2-2. Very good first half, actually. We've responded really well since going down 2-0. And I can't believe the way we've responded, actually. Suddenly just flipped the game on its head completely. We'll see whether there's going to be more goals at in the second half. I'd imagine there probably will be. Great chance here for Villa. Good save. Well played, Sacco. Won it back here. Now going to have to try and wait for Trubisky to support him properly. Over to Trubisky. Now it's over to him to try and get the third. And he's put it wide somehow. Thought that was a certain goal. First 2 changes, Dallas and Roof to come on. Roof obviously returning from injury. Alioski and Zinchenko coming off. Great chance for Alioski. Alioski now to shoot from a tight angle. Good save by the keeper. Roof still going here, looking for a third goal. Oh, hits the bar. Unbelievable. Getting so close to a third, but 15 minutes left. It's looking unlikely. Ball through here. Chance for Sacco. It has to be a good chance. Oh, hits the bar again. This is getting ridiculous. How? Obviously on his left foot, but Oh, still remains 2-all. Lazogga's come on, we'll take off Sacco. Trubisky will float around in some position. That's it, 2-all, it finishes. I think we should have won that game, hit the bar a couple of times, 2 or 3 times I think in that game, so we should have won the match. We are completely all over Aston Villa really for that second half, but didn't happen, and it's basically 2 points dropped, gets us a point from that game, and means we have to win the last 3 games to hit 100 points, which is obviously still my target, so we'll see how we get on. Obviously in the last 3 games we're simming 2 of them, so a little bit risky. One of them I think is an away game as well, so we'll wait and find out. It's going to be tough to hit 100 points I think now, but the main thing is we're going to be promoted and we're going to finish first. Been waiting for about 4 or 5 minutes now, and still not loaded. This isn't good. So after EA's fantastic game decides not to load, we didn't manage to have that game against Villa saved. So I did decide to go and sim it again, and I got myself a draw basically. So I couldn't get the 2-all draw, but we got a 1-all draw after that match. So a bit good about that. We played the game and then the game essentially froze, didn't decide to load, and so we had to sadly quit out. But we do now have the final 3 games to play. Luckily it's the same amount of points we got from that match. We got Barnsley, Norwich and then QPR to play. We're going to be playing the game against Norwich and we'll sim the 2 games against Barnsley and QPR. So the next game against Barnsley is going to be simmed, obviously trying to get 3 points in each of those matches because we're desperately trying to get 100 points now come the end of the season, and we will quickly do some player development before. Okay, let's sim the game against Barnsley. This is a team I've gone with, quite a strong side, actually a very good side. We do have, and the next game I think is in a week's time. We've just had a week's rest as well, so the games are nicely split up actually for us since this is the only competition we're in. But with 3 games to go, can we get ourselves 3 points? Can't afford to drop any more points now if we want to try and hit the 100-point mark exactly. But of course, you know, it's just a nice number to hit. It's not for any other thing other than that. And hopefully we can win this game. 45 minutes in nearly, and we have not gone 1-0 up. Barnsley have instead from the penalty spot. Barnes gets it, and it's now looking very unlikely. You very rarely come back from 1-0 down when you sim games. The games go far too quickly for that. Zinchenko gets one back, and that will be it. It's a 1-all draw, so we can't hit 100 points. That's that question answered. But what we can hit now is 98 points, which it's not quite 100, but it's 2 away, so we're going to go for that. Obviously, going to try and get 2 wins in the final 2 games. This next match we're going to play against Norwich, and we'll sim the final game of the season against QPR. So we'll see what we get on. I'm going to change our team a little bit, and hopefully get ourselves a win. This is the team I've gone with. We've gone with Riedveld starting in goal. We've got Ayling, Janssen, Flint, Berardi, Clegg, Vieira, Sacco, Seaz, Roof, and Lasogga starting. This bench I've gone with as well. A few changes then. Menendez, Zinchenko, Alioski all on the bench. Brought in Click to start as well, which is a little bit unusual. Calvin Phillips gets dropped to the bench. Let's go for this game against Norwich. It'd be very nice to win this match. Good to see Roof starting this game against Norwich. Hopefully can perform well out on that left-hand side. He's very good when he's down the centre, so it's a shame to put him on the left, but obviously Seaz takes priority in that position. We've scored. Norwich score first, and it's 15 minutes in. Similar sort of timing to the Villa goal. I think I was 16 minutes in. We went in for a very harsh challenge on him, but he scored anyway, so couldn't prevent it, and Norwich winning the game. Lasogga running through. Great chance here. Lasogga going to come inside. Oh, I don't know why, but I always think he's left-footed. He feels like a left-footed player in game, but I should have known. I should have just shot. I played with him long enough now. I should know what foot he is, but every time he gets on the ball, he feels like he's left-footed for some reason. Chance for Lasogga here, though. Saved. Seaz. Lasogga into Roof. Back to Lasogga. All through, all to Seaz, who can't quite get the finish right. He tries again and he does now. It's an equaliser, and with 6 minutes left of the first half, finally. But what intricate play that was across the front 3 and 4 players. Really good bit of play in between them. Just about finds the back of the net eventually. Great save initially by the keeper, but turned in and eventually put past the goalkeeper into the back of the net. Looks like they're just playing on to Seaz. First shot was saved, the second one couldn't be. It's 1-1. Half time, 1-1. Good first half, actually competitive from both teams. Still think we can win this game. Just got to try and get the passing a little bit quicker and into the feet of Lasogga a bit more. Lasogga through to Seaz. He's played in behind. Roof going to now try and get in at the back post. Couldn't beat his man to it. Ayling. Roof into Lasogga. Oh, over. Norwich go back in front. 20 minutes left of this game, and Norwich are winning it. This has happened very much out of the blue. They just suddenly fell back to the net with a random strike. We're going to make some changes, because I think we've got an injury as well to Seaz. So, yeah, very surprised by that. Alioski, Zinchenko and Trubisky all to one will take off Sacco, Seaz and Lasogga. Zinchenko turning his man. Going to shoot. Oh, good save. Trubisky trying to plough his way through. Gets hacked down. There's got to be a red card. He's the last man. Final minute of the game, and come on, ref. Oh, nothing. Unbelievable. Oh, he was running through us a bit. He gets taken out and can't believe he's not giving anything there, the referee. Roof now going to try and force a way through if he can. We're struggling here for players. Roof going to come inside, go for a cross. Vieira in there. Couldn't connect. And again, going to be cleared. That's it. We lost the game 2-1. Wow, wasn't expecting that. Norwich took the chances, were clinical, we weren't, we lost the game. Performance-wise, we sort of were better, I'd say, on the ball, better around the edge of their box. Didn't really do enough in terms of the shots that we had, the chances that we created. So, can't complain too much. Norwich took their chances, we didn't, and we lost the game 2-1. A mixture of results, obviously, in the 3 games that we played in today's episode. 1 win, 1 draw, 1 loss. So yeah, real mixture of results. But the thing is, when you get into the final sort of games, when you've won the league title already, there's nothing really to play for. And so, as much as I'm still trying to win, I mean, it doesn't really matter the result at the end of the day. So, can't be too disappointed because we have gone on to win a league title. I think the maximum amount of points we can get now is like 94, is it? 93? Can't remember. You can see we had a lot more shots than them as well. We just didn't convert them like they did. They had 3 shots on target, scored 2 of them. They won the game. Max amount of points, 95 that we can get now. If we win this game against QPR, then hopefully we get the victory. I think it's a home game. Player injured as well. That's Sayas. Out for the final game, probably, of the season. So that's a little bit frustrating. Obviously, could have done with his quality in the game. Luckily, I think he should be back only after 5 days. Bruised elbow. So, final game of the season against QPR. It's a shame to sim the final game, but to be honest, it's a home match. Doesn't mean anything. We've already won the league title. So, potentially 95 points if we win this game. Change the team. Obviously, going with players that are basically just good and overall. And that's going to be how I picked this side. Sayers on the bench for the match. Wasn't quite fully fit just yet. So, we'll see how we get on. Final game of the season. Hoping for a win, of course. 92 points is good, but 95 is obviously better, so we'll see how we get on. 20 minutes into this game. 1-0, and Zinchenko gets the goal. He came into the side, nearly didn't start him, but he's repaid that by scoring the goal in the first half. Into the second half, still in the game 1-0. Sayers on, Hernandez off. Zinchenko gets a second from the penalty spot now. He's on for a hat-trick with 25 minutes to go. Can he get it? Let's see. 15 minutes left. Doesn't look like it. 10 minutes to go. Can he get it? 5 minutes? Oh, Sayers adds a third. Thought it was going to be Zinchenko, but it is 3-0. Sayers, a substitute, makes it that 3-0 scoreline. So, very happy to get the 3 points in the final game of the season, and yeah, obviously finishing on 95 points is very, very good. 12 points in front of Hull City, so actually they narrowed down the margin in the end. They must have gone on a good win streak. We obviously dropped a lot of points in today's episode. At times, obviously, in certain games, we dropped some points. So, yeah, overall, not too bad. Lozoga hasn't scored a single goal in today's episode, judging by those stats, I think. I'm pretty sure he was on 13 to begin with. That would mean 10 games without a goal. Surely that can't be right. But anyway, we're getting towards the end of this sort of long and extended episode that we've had in today's video, where we're trying to obviously finish the season, maybe even the series. I could return back, I'm not really too sure yet. We'll wait and see, but for now it's certainly the end of the Leeds career mode. We'll take a look at the squad report, take a look at how the players have got on this season. We won't go through it in too much detail, to be honest. We'll quickly breeze through some of the players. Feel free to pause at any time if you are interested. So yeah, we'll quickly go through the goalkeepers. They've all changed in overall. Lonergan, obviously, the player to go down in 1 overall because of his age. Coyle's gone up 1, that's good. Luke Haley's gone up 1. Janssen went up 2. Flint up 1, along with Pennington. Shaughnessy up 2, as was McKay. Cooper up 1. Denton up 2. We've got Borthwick Jackson up 2. 4 for Clark. Cameron Phillips 5. Vieira 10. Really good season for him. Sacco Roof up 1, along with Klitsch. We've got one of the younger players who didn't play too much. He went up 4 somehow. O'Kane up 1, as was Murphy. Dallas goes up 3. Sayers up 1. Zinchenko up 1. Hernandez down 1, obviously due to his age. Alioski up 2. Gross up 9, although it wasn't reflected really in his in-game performances. Pretty disappointing season from him. Ekivan up 2. Wilkes up 4. Lozoga up 1. And Chewitsky up 2. Anderson up 1 out on loan at Blackburn. So plenty of changes, actually. More changes than I was anticipating, considering sort of the rough age of this team. I wasn't really expecting so many overall increases, but clearly we have had a very successful season. 95 points. Very, very happy with that. So we'll take a look at some of the objectives as well. We've achieved most of them, I think. We'll have a look. Youth Development one, definitely didn't manage to do that, but we did manage to do the brand exposure, the short-term one, the financial one, we didn't manage to do either. No interest ever in doing those. Domestic success, got them both. Very happy about that. And no continental success. So overall did a pretty good job. I think we'll definitely keep our job for getting us promoted and obviously win the league title. Total prize money and £7.4 million. It's got to be a typo, surely, for winning the championship. I don't think so. Although it would be interesting actually to give ourselves a financial takeover if we went into the Premier League. That would be quite interesting. That would excite me a little bit. But for now, there's going to be the end of the Leeds grow, and it will certainly return at some point, I think. It depends really on the support for the series. We might well just start it as like an back to episode 1 again, not as in like going back to the start. We would still be in the Premier League, but we just maybe go back to episode 1 and start as like a new season, if you like. So yeah, let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Certainly for now, it's going away, and we'll bring in a new career mode alongside the Man City one. That's everything for this career mode though for now, and everything for this season. Thank you all so much for watching. Thank you all so much for your support over the 16 episodes as well that we've had for this one season. I really appreciate it. Don't forget you can hit the like button and subscribe as well. I'd really appreciate that. We're trying to hit 50 likes on today's episode, and I'll see you guys for the new career mode as well as the Manchester City career mode, which will be tomorrow. New career mode the day after, I think. So we'll wait and find out anyway. Follow me on Twitter at GameFaceHDN and on Instagram as well to find out exactly when those dates and times are. And yeah, I'll see you guys next time. Thanks for watching and goodbye.